Our bus starts from Helsinki in Finland and arrives in St. Petersburg, the capital of Russia for about 300 years. We cruise the Neva River and its canals to get a view of this spectacular city. We think of Amsterdam as we pass under bridges big and small. We go past boats and moored ships, which remind us that this is also a port. On either bank rise big, beautiful buildings of stone. The summer palace of Peter the Great, the Romanov Tsar who built this city, is relatively modest. We also see Peter's city by road. We drive along well-laid avenues, cross over elegant bridges, pass by landmarks like the Kazan Cathedral. The streets look broad and clean with impressive structures on either side. Even our hotel, the Grand Emerald, seems to be designed in the neoclassical style. Would 3 days be enough for us to see all of this city? It is hard to believe that before 1703, all this was a mosquito-infested marshy delta of the river Neva, which drained into the Gulf of Finland. Peter the Great, the fourth Tsar of Russia, transformed it. Soon after he became a Tsar, he traveled through Europe to learn their ways. To build ships, navigation, and military technology. He also observed their politics, religion, and culture. His dream was to Europeanize Russia. On his return from his travels, he got his armies of serfs, virtual slaves, to drain the marshes of the Neva Delta and reclaim land. He commanded every stonemason in Russia to help build this great city. Tens of thousands died of disease and accidents in this effort. But no matter, Peter realized his vision. And at last, Russia became a maritime power in that age of colonization. Within a citadel built by him on the river Neva, we see one of Peter's statues. We walk by bastions of this fortress, which also served as prisons for the likes of Gorky, Dostoevsky, and Trotsky. We also walk by the Grand Ducal Burial Vault. It holds the remains of many Romanovs. The entire fortress is a museum now. Its centerpiece is a cathedral for the apostles St. Peter and St. Paul. It stands tall with a spire 123 meters high. We enter the cathedral to see the marble tomb of Peter I. In front of its Iconostasis. The tombs of all the Tsars from Peter I to the last one, Nicholas II, are here. A chapel was added on to house the last Tsar's family. All tombs here are in white marble, excepting two, the grey-green jasper stone for Alexander II and the red rhodonite one for his wife. One of these tombs holds the remains of another memorable Tsar, whose impact on Russia was as great as Peter's. She was Ekaterina Velikaya, or Catherine the Great. To see more of Peter's city, we arrive at the Vasilevsky Island on the river Neva. We glance at the old Russian stock exchange with its statue of Neptune on top. We look at a Rostral Column, a memento of Russian naval victories. From this island's promenade, we see a distant monument to Russian history. The green and white winter palace of the Tsars, with many stories to tell, especially those of Catherine's. Peter the Great built St. Petersburg. Catherine embellished the city. The world noticed. Today, millions arrive here to see the city. What did she do?